Hi everyone, and welcome to this eye waterfall tutorial. I'm going to use a white and a black color pencil, that's all, and the Strathmore toned grey medium surface paper. It's very ideal for this surrealistic drawing, and what I do is I start out with a circle, and maybe you've seen my tutorial on how to draw an eye. It's nothing different from that. And from that circle I build up the upper eyelid. So I make that go over that ping pong ball, if you like. And it is going to be a surrealistic waterfall landscape. I've seen some come by on Pinterest, and I really wanted to try this one. And it came out very beautiful, and it is so nice to do that I really wanted to share this with you. Here, this circle I want to spare out. That is that white dot that is covering the pupil itself. So I'm drawing this in here. And as I was saying, the whole setup will be done with the black color pencil. Here I draw in the shadow that is underneath the upper eyelid. And this is the edge for the iris. This is going to be quite an odd drawing, but it is so much fun to do. And well, I've also chosen this gray paper because you can see while we are drawing how nice this works together with the black and the white. From the upper eyelid the eyelashes come out, but I draw this and I make them overlap and they become bushes and branches. So I make little scribbly lines, and I also do that for the lower eyelid. And on the deepest point of the eye, a big waterfall will come down. It's not a very deep waterfall, so this is about the height that I want it to be. And here, as we move downwards the drawing, I am rendering from left to right, so horizontal, for those little waves that are in the water below our eye. The lines for the waterfall, on the contrary, they go from up to down, so vertical. And I really need that to get that feel of water splashing down. On the left side there will be a rock, and that will appear on the right side later on too. Here is the edge and the inner eyelid. I want to see that inner eyelid. I really need it. And for the top of our drawing, I want the top eyelid to go over into clouds. So I want to draw in the sky too. I simply shadow in a little bit of black, and we can create clouds later on with the white color pencil. And on the right corner of the eye, I want birds to fly up and go up, way up in the sky. I do not put much detail in the birds, just some wings and some, well, birds flapping around if you want. And for the rocks, I simply put in some well, also some scribbly lines, as like I do for the branches that are here on the river bench. And now we will take a look what to do with the white color pencil. First I draw in that dot that is just covering the pupil, and I also use it for the white of the eye. You can see I do not color in the iris, because I want the gray of the paper to do the work for me. Here is the splashy waterfall. So I use vertical lines for these, and for the surface of the water underneath, I simply use the vertical lines, and I also draw in a little splashy water, a little, well, like it's a little bit foggy. I do that here too. So that is the damp that is coming from the water. And I also use the white for the sky, as I was telling. I draw in some hard edges for the edges of the clouds, and then black in between to make it appear like there is a sky going on. And the black I use in between the white. Also put a little bit of black just next to the edges of the clouds itself, and also on the upper eyelid. As I go along, I decide that I can put in some more blackness to get a great contrast. And you can always go darker if you want. Just easily build up the drawing, and where you need it you can put in a little bit more black or white if you should need it. Here on the right side I also want a rocky surface, because that eye is laying on the edge of our landscape, if you like. I also put in a little bit of white for those rocks to make them pop out a little bit more. And you can see now and then I just hold back a little bit, just watch a little bit. I will put in a little bit more darkness here on top of the sky, where the sky is darkest. And here a little bit more shadow for those rocks to make them as rocky as possible. Here, that's the inner eyelid that I really need for this drawing. And also a little bit of shadow in between the streams of that waterfall. It's so much fun to do, and I really hope you will give this a try, because, well, it's a magnificent way of drawing surrealistic. And if you love to draw waterfalls and you love to draw eyes, then this is your chance. I hope you will have big fun with it, and you will give it a big thumbs up, of course, and I will see you again in my next tutorial.